Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Vienna Kung Fu podcast. And today we're going to talk about respect. We're going to talk about Will Smith, August Alsina, and Jada Pinkett Smith love triangle situation and how it relates to Kung Fu. Now, for those of you who are uninformed, let me give you a little bit of backstory on what's going on. Will and Jada Pinkett Smith have been in a marriage for over 25 years, and now all of a sudden, perfect timing if you ask me, R&B singer August Alsina, right when he has an album, he's promoting an album right now, I don't know the name of it. It shows you how good his promotion is going. But he's promoting an album right now, and he told Angelina Jolie, or Angelina Yee, I forgot her name, from The Breakfast Club, a heavily syndicated radio show, millions of viewers, publicly said that he was in a relationship with Will Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith. And this relationship, this secret relationship that they had for so many years, it took a toll on his health, and it made him sick. I mean, he was already sick, but it made him sicker, and it made him lose friends because people thought he was a home wrecker and all these other sorts of things. So he had to step away from it. In response, it has Jada Pinkett Smith, who has our Facebook show called The Red Table Talk Show. Her and Will Smith got on the talk show and decided to discuss this affair. And she confirmed that the affair was true. Now, how does this affair, what does this affair has to do with Kung Fu? Well, you see, it all has to do with respect. Now, training Kung Fu early on, we learn the virtue of respect. And we show it before entering and exiting the school each and every time we train. You see, as soon as you walk in the building, it is custom to greet those in eyesight and those you will come in contact with a bow or some kind of hand gesture, symbolizing the respect that you have for another person's space. And you know, in Kung Fu we have a gesture. We put our hands in front of our fists right before we bow, collapsing our left open hand over our right fist. And you see, the left hand symbolizes the scholar and the right hand symbolizes the warrior. This basically means that the scholar hand covers the right fist. It means in martial arts we use our wisdom to control our aggression and not the other way around. In our marriages, I think at least, we should use our wisdom to control our wrath. We should use our wisdom, our heads, to control what we do and what we say. Now, I'm looking at August Alsina, Jada Pinkett Smith, and Will, because none of these people are showing respect to themselves and to the other people that they are coming in contact with. Here's why. Now first, let's start with August Alsina. Now, he looks like he is an emotional wreck. I never seen him look like this. I'm not really too familiar with his work, but he doesn't look like he's in good shape. And he looks like he's handling the breakup with another man's wife in a very bad way. You see, I get the impression that August Alsina, well, I think he thought that what he and Jada Pinkett Smith had was real. And I think that he thought that she was going to leave Will and her marriage and ride off into the sunset with him. But when Will and Jada sat at the red table, she explained that that is most definitely not the case. You see, if August had some respect for himself, he wouldn't even got in the situation, in a relationship with another man's wife in the first place. If he had any kind of virtue, he would understand, no matter what she's saying, because he wanted to make it clear that he's not a homewrecker, and he got Will Smith permission, which he most definitely did not, which Jada Pinkett said she doesn't even respect Will enough for anything like that. She says it's no way that Will Smith would allow her to do anything. And this is his wife who's having an affair with Mr. Alsina. But if August Alsina respected himself, he would have never been in the situation in the first place. He would have saw what was going on. He would have saw that it was two people hurting, and it was one woman lashing out, maybe to hurt her husband, or maybe to feel something, what she said on the feel something good, what she said at the red table talk. He would have saw this, because in martial arts we gain awareness through our training. He would have saw this coming, and he would have simply not participated. You see, August Alsina was the friend of Jaden Smith, Will and Jada's son. That's how he even got over there in the first place. He would understand the bond that he had between him and Jaden Smith was greater than having some type of one night stand with Jada Smith's mom. Well, it wasn't a one night stand. Apparently they were together for, I think, several months. Some fling. So he would have just completely avoided the situation. Now let's get to Jada Pinkett Smith. Number one, I feel that she never loved Will. I mean, maybe she grew to love Will, but I feel like her first love was the late great rapper Tupac Shakur, who passed away tragically from gun violence. He was killed in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I think when Tupac died, he took, he and first and foremost, he and Jada were great friends, and they had a thing going, a little romance. And I believe she was enamored by Tupac Shakur. And when he died, it closed all chances of her being with a true man, with the man that she really wanted to be with. So therefore, when Tupac died, a little bit of Jada Pinkett Smith died as well. And Will, who openly has said on Jada Pinkett's show that he was definitely jealous of Tupac, because of their relationship while they were alive, he probably found, he said, hey, here's my chance to finally tie her down. There's no more competition. And I think if she would have respected herself, she would have gave herself some time to grieve fully when Tupac passed, to get over that death, and not just marry Will Smith for safety, because at the time when they got together, Will Smith was on the top of the world. He was one of the highest grossing actors. You know, he's done Independence Day, Men in Black 1 and 2, Bad Boys 1 and 2. He's on the roll at this time. Pursuit of Happiness. So she settled. And if she would have respected herself, she would have never settled. And if she would have respected the other person's feelings in the relationship, Will, she wouldn't have never settled and did him the favor so he could have moved on and do what he needed to do in his life. You can clearly tell she doesn't respect him, because whenever you see the videos of the two, Will's always looking like he's in tears, he's gonna cry, and she looks like she has no emotions at all. She can't even respect her situation enough to not even sleep with her son's friend in the house that her and Will built. There's a lot of hatred I see in her eyes. There's a lot of things, a lot of healing that does need to take place. Now, let's talk about Will Smith. Will Smith needs to understand that he is valued. I think Will Smith and August Alsina both grew up without fathers, and this comes to play because when you don't have a father figure and you're raised by women, they do the best that they can, but it's only some things that only a man can teach another young man. And clearly, August and Will are both head over heels for this woman who really probably can never love again because her true love passed away tragically. And if you see the two, you see August, he looks like he's ready to cry. He's an emotional wreck. You see Will Smith, he's about to come to tears. And like I said earlier, Jada Smith is just nonchalant. She's numb. But back to Will, he finally got his dream girl. Tupac passed, there was no more obstacles. And they married and they had children. But she just wasn't happy with him. Will didn't know his value. He was on top of the world. He could have had anybody he wanted, but he wanted her. And that's okay. She didn't want him back. He didn't understand his value enough to step away from that situation, to be by himself. That's what I think. You see, in Kung Fu, you have these figures who teach you to value yourself, because you literally are training to protect your personal space, not to just lay over for anyone to infringe on your rights, to violate you. It gives you the option to say, no, this doesn't work for me. Whatever you got planned, it just doesn't work. And I'm walking away. And if you try to force this on me, well, you got another thing coming. I don't think Will Smith knows how valuable he really is. Because if he did, he will understand that he has the ability to walk away. He has the power to walk away. He has the option to walk away. He doesn't have to be in a relationship that he doesn't want to be in. There's rumors that he has a girlfriend. But at least I'm not condoning it. I mean, if they have an agreement, Will and Jada, there's rumors that they're in an open marriage and they can do whatever they want and they're life partners. And that's all cool. If they like that, that's cool. But why even stay? Why even stay with her? Why be in an open relationship? An open marriage? What is the real benefit of that? I just can't see it. Now, they both live in California, so if you get divorced there, because I'm sure Will didn't sign a prenup because he was that much in love. She's gonna take half, and maybe he's afraid of that. Understandable. But Kung Fu teaches us to face our fears, to go for what we want, to live the life that we want. You can have it all. He can be, if he works for it, he can, and he's a great worker. He can be Will Smith, the actor, the singer, the rapper, the YouTuber, and happy at the same time. And I think he needs to realize that. He doesn't look happy. There's been reports that he's been drinking a lot. And why? Because he's in a loveless marriage. Now, all the children are grown, So he doesn't have to stay in a relationship for them. If you look at some of their reactions, because you see Willow Smith, the daughter, she's in some of the videos, and she's looking highly annoyed at the things that her mother is saying. And she's probably wondering to herself, like, Dad, when are you going to stand up to this? When are you going to be a man? Excellent. But Will's non-confrontational. And one thing about martial arts is, when it comes to your happiness, you understand that you have the right to protect that. Sometimes being non-confrontational causes more long-term damage than just ending the problem right there and there. Like, for instance, and I'll wrap this up, you get into an argument, you try to walk away. You're at a club, you try to walk away, the guy won't let you walk away. He's trying to back you in, he wants to hurt you, his friends want to hurt you, but you want to be nice. So, instead of knocking him out, you grab him up in some type of judo lock or judo throw, you throw him to the ground, but not too hard. His friends come, you dispose of them in a safe way, in a humane way, because you don't really want to hurt anyone. Everybody's okay, and you walk out, they go to their car and they get their guns, and they fill you full of holes. They turn you into Swiss cheese. When versus, these guys wouldn't leave you alone. You tried to get out the way, they kept pressing you, and you knocked them out. When they woke up, everything was okay, you were gone, they kept their lives, they didn't have to shoot anybody, you didn't have to shoot anybody. They woke up in the custody of the police. If you felt like calling the police, maybe you pressed charges, maybe you didn't, but everybody gets away unharmed, really. Not too bad. I don't know. Sometimes the most humane thing to do is knock someone out. this case, put someone out there in misery. But in this case, I think Will wants to put this relationship out of its misery and go on and move freely. But I think he just doesn't know or is afraid that that's even an option. So anyway, those are my thoughts on why Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith, and August Alsina need to train martial arts. Get off that red table and go get in the Kung Fu studio. You saw what happened with Robert Downey Jr. He started training Wing Chun and it changed his life. He training Kung Fu, it changed his life. He's been training. At first Robert Downey Jr. was down in the dumps. He was on a comeback. He started training, got his mind together, and now he's having a wonderful career. So get away from that red table. Stop trying to tell everybody else about their problems. And come train. Do a training montage. Yeah. Train. And if you are in Vienna, Austria, and you're looking for a place to train Kung Fu, please DM me on Instagram at Vienna_Kung Fu for more information. You can also check me out on YouTube at Kung Fu on Command, where you can get some martial arts videos. And I think I'm going to upload this also on YouTube. And add me on Facebook at Vienna_Kung Fu. Let's chat about this. Let me know what you think.